The United States of America is truly a melting pot of cultures. One of the more famous examples of this melting pot is the famous Chinese-American dish, General Tso's chicken. Who was this General Tso, and what did he do to deserve such a delicious dish to be named after him? How did this dish come to America in the first place, and how has it evolved over the years? General Tso was a military leader in the 19th century in the Hunan province, known for its spicy tastes in food, in south-central China. He was instrumental in the Taiping Rebellion, which was a civil war between the Qing dynasty and the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom. The civil war was fought primarily in the Hunan province, where General Tso called home. It is said that he was a great general, and was always victorious. The efforts of General Tso and his valiant men led directly to the continuation of the Qing dynasty. This also led to the general distrust of Christians in China, because the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom, who started the war, were led by Chinese-born Christians. It is said that General Tso actually preferred fish, pork, goose, and beef hoof over chicken. At roughly the same time as that the Taiping Rebellion was happening in China, the United States was going through a westward expansion and the gold rush. Chinese immigrants came over to America in droves, looking for work and the promise of gold. Sadly, they were taken advantage of, and most of them ended up working for the railroads. The Chinese had a stigma about them at the time. Many people thought of them as barbarians, who ate rats and other vermin. As such, Chinese food was something that no sane American was willing to try. Then the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act passed in Congress. This act excluded any Chinese person from working for a white person. This led many Chinese to open up their own businesses, mostly cleaners and restaurants, in order to stay afloat. It wasn't until 1890 and the invention of chop suey that Chinese food started to be eaten by non-Chinese people. Slowly through the years, the popularity of Chinese food kept growing until the 1970s, when Chinese-inspired dishes became a staple of the American diet. One of the most popular dishes in America is called General Tso's chicken. It is lightly breaded and fried boneless chicken with a sweet and spicy brown sauce. General Tso's chicken was brought to the American palate in 1971 by Chef T.T. Wang of the Shunli Palace in Manhattan. The Shunli Palace was the very first Hunan restaurant in America and paved the way for a multitude of different flavors. Chef Wang was on a business trip in Taipei, Taiwan, when he got hungry and went to the best Hunan restaurant in town. People were raving about the new dish that Peng's Hunan Yuan had. Chef Wang tried General Tso's chicken for the very first time and fell in love. He brought the recipe back with him to the United States and modified it to fit the American palate. According to the creator, Chef Peng, the American version shouldn't even be called General Tso's chicken. His recipe called for a baked, bone-in chicken thigh with a spicy brown sauce with little to no sweetness to it. But regardless, he is proud of the continuation of the legacy of the great general. The story of General Tso's chicken is the story of great men, great deeds, great chefs, and great entrepreneurs. If you took one of those ingredients away, Chinese food, America, and the world would not be the same.